Austrian international, also on the bench today for Werder Bremen. Werder Bremen, the double champions of 2003, 2004. They won both the cup and this coveted shield, the German championship then. And this season, well, everything's been going wrong for them, but it's all the talk of the town at the moment, of course, is Felix Magath. And he will be leaving after this game. This is the final match for Mr. Felix Magath. And what a way to leave if he could take the title for Wolfsburg. The very first time in their history. Felix Magath, the 55-year-old, will be joining Schalke as of next year, as of next season, which of course will be getting underway in August. So between today and then, we'll have to do without Bundesliga football, but let's hope that this final here, as they call it in Germany, das Finale, is one of the best finals we have ever seen. Certainly, there are a few teams that could take the title if Wolfsburg slip up. The story is quite simple. If Wolfsburg win or draw, they will be the champions, regardless of how Bayern and Stuttgart feature in their game. The referee is Mr. Thorsten Kinhofer, and today his two assistants, Detlef Schleppchepper and Christian Fischer, with the fourth official being Mr. Christian Schüssling. There is Diego, the man that will be leaving for Juventus Turin. The last match of the campaign for the man that came from Porto for 6 million. Still had a contract until 2011, but after a few years is leaving for Juventus Turin to Serie A at the end of the season. Reported 29 million. And here are the boys in green today. The man in the centre, that is Edin Dzeko. To his left, it is Grafic. Edinaldo Basista Libano Grafic. Those two, the two leading goal scorers in the Bundesliga at the moment. 51 goals between them. A goal each today. And the all-time German record will be equalled by the now Bayern, not manager, but the sporting manager Uli Hoeneß, together with that certain Gerd Müller. Dynamic duo in the early 70s, managing to score 53 goals in one campaign. So number 3 is Petri Pasanen, back in today. He replaces Burnish, who featured in the UEFA Cup final. Aaron Hunt, number 14, comes in for Özil. And up front today, Hugo Almeida also playing. The man that missed the cup final in Istanbul. So he replaces Rosenberg. Now, an awful lot of eyes, of course, will be on Werder Bremen today, because there's nothing to win. Werder Bremen, and certainly quite a few of the so-called experts have been saying, will their heart be in this or not? We shall find out. Free kick, Diego. In goal, Benaglio. Away by Sasha Rita. Again, the Finn, Petri Pasanen. Well, in the centre, Frank Baumann, man who's holding a midfielder, the captain. Up front looking dangerous. This is Hugo Almeida. Torsten Frings, Almeida. And you can see at the moment as Alexander Madelon clears that ball out of the area. If there were any question marks behind Werder Bremen's engagement here today, certainly in the opening 2 minutes of the game, they're looking dangerous indeed. Offside position. These two players offside there. So it's a set-out capacity, as you can imagine here, because this could be one of the biggest celebrations the town has ever seen. The home of VW. Yes, this is where the cars are made. And today it could be history that's made. 30,000 supporting Wolfsburg here today. There's probably a few Werder Bremen fans, but I don't think there'll be that many. We're taking the trip down to Berlin for that DFB Cup final. Again, the second time that we've got a player offside. So far, both the referee and the linesman wide awake. Bit of a push from Sebastian Prödl. But maybe Grafich was doing his own part as well. Sebastian Prödl, the young 21-year-old, a new signing from Storm Graz for $2.5 million. Who came to Werder Bremen. A young man who's still earning his laurels. So far, 22 games played in this season. An excellent prospect for the future for Werder Bremen. Bazagli, together with Marcel Schäfer. This is Schäfer. Flick on, the attempted flick on from Edin Dzeko, straight to Tim Wiese. Again, Pazanen. Naldo, the Brazilian, the man that scored the only goal in that 2-1 defeat in the UEFA Cup midweek. So, 4.5 minutes gone. The tension is in the air, most certainly. There's so much at stake in the Bundesliga today, both at the top and the bottom. Bayern Munich and Stuttgart at the moment, both of those two teams level on 64 points, just 2 points away from Wolfsburg, the team in green, the home team here. And if they slip up today, if they get beaten by Werder Bremen, then the winner of that game, Bayern Munich-Stuttgart, would take the title. Wolfsburg having the better goal difference at the moment with plus 35, as opposed to Bayern Munich's plus 28 and Stuttgart's plus 21. It's certainly a very close affair indeed, as the whole season has been. Exciting affair in the Bundesliga. Good work from Grafich. Does exceedingly well. Well, he got past Naldo. Left the Brazilian standing in no man's land. That was Josue. Uses Christian Gentner, and Marcel Schäfer tries to get over the cross. Little slip by Gentner. Hasebe. Decent efforts, and this could be opening goal, and it is! It's 1-0 for Wolfsburg! 5 minutes and 53 seconds dead on the clock, and it's Misimovic, the man from Bosnia, who comes in to score his important 7th goal of the season. Felix Magath, not exactly a smile on his face yet. He knows it's not over with, but this crowd here, the supporters, they're starting to believe in the title now. The slip up in midfield. And then the ball coming back to Misimovic. Excellent work too by Makoto Hasebe, the Japanese international. And a fine finish from the Bosnian. 1-0. Zvezdan Misimovic. I got that one down as being 5 minutes and 53 seconds, which means it would have been the 6th minute. A tremendous start for Wolfsburg here, and the arena now, it was electric before the start of the game, and it's getting better by the minute. Last goal, by the way, from Misimovic was on day 20 in Frankfurt. That was on February the 14th. And now on day 34, what's in the opener in this game. What an important goal that is. Thorsten Franks, the man that's played most games for Werder Bremen, although he has had a bit of an injury worry this season. Just 29 games played in this campaign. As I just mentioned, he has played more than any other player. So you can see that Thomas Schaaf and Werder Bremen have had their injury worries in this season, and that's been mainly one of the problems. Not always being able to feature the same 11 week in, week out, which is something that Wolfsburg have been doing. Asebi. Checo, the man from Bosnia. 25 goals scored, and alone in this year, 20 goals netted since the Bundesliga restarted at the end of January. Could get a record there as well, by the way. Two players have notched more strikes in the second half of a campaign than he has. Gerd Müller, of course. Who else? He knocked in 23 in that 71-72 season. And Dieter Müller, that's 21 goals back in 76-77. It's Aaron Hunt. Hazanen, Naldo. Hazanen. Not a bad effort, but the linesman on the far side gives that one as offside. Not quite sure whether that was right or not. That was a close affair. What a funny old season it's been for Werder Bremen. A team that finished second last season, albeit 10 points behind Bayern Munich, the defending champions. And this season rooted right smack bang in the middle of the table on position number 10, and that is where they will remain, regardless of how this game ends. Barzagli. Of course, as we mentioned before, featuring in the UEFA Cup final, and in a week's time, the DFB Cup final. Through the back door into Europe next season. So that's why many experts have been complaining, anticipating that Werder Bremen might not be quite as good as it could be today. Believe you me, Diego, on his last game for Werder Bremen, will give everything. This is Clemens Fritz. Away by Barzagli. Simovic got a touch. To Gentner, Schaefer. Long searching ball. Well done by Pödl. Hunt. Frings. Bongman. Almeida. Josue with a timely challenge, but it's coming close to the goalkeeper. Diego Benaglio had to come out of his area, very sharp indeed. Pödl. Fritz. Again, the young Austrian international. Naldo. Let's let it slip away from him. Misunderstanding there with Aaron Hunt. Goal scorer Simovic. Simovic. Alexander Madlung. Again, Madlung. Wasn't always a first-team regular. Simonek has been playing in that position since he arrived in January, but Madlung finally returning to the starting lineup, and then again here in the centre. An offside position, this time going against Wolfsburg. Correct decision. Counter-attack now with Aaron Hunt. Pizarro, Diego. Long stretch from the German under-21 international. This was the mistake by Pazanen, picked up nicely by Hasebe, and as the ball comes back to Misimovic, making no mistakes underneath the crossbar itself, skimming that paint off the aluminium. 1-0. Well, if there were some weight on those shoulders of Felix Magath, they were shaken off there as he came up off the bench. Diego Benaglio enjoyed himself too. That really is a picture book start for Wolfsburg after just 6 minutes of the game played. And that's the shield. Not the real one. The shield that they could win at the end of this game if it remains 1-0. Diego being harassed by Josue, pushed back now with Fritz. So that was Prödl. Fritz with the throw. Getting a bit of a battle with Claudio Pizarro. Fritz couldn't get there. Checo won that battle, and then a foul on the far side, seen by the referee, Mr. Thorsten Kinhofer. Although Clemens Fritz won't agree. Yeah, the man who was brought down. And it's Gentner. Decent cross and a lovely goal. What a beauty from Graffic. 15 minutes played and we're 2-0 up for Wolfsburg. Lovely delivery from Christian Gentner. And the finish from the man of the moment with goal number 27. Graffic, the Brazilian, makes it 2-0 for Wolfsburg. This is Christian Gentner, called up for the Germans for their tour of Asia against China in the first game at the end of the month. And that was a visiting card for Mr. Jogi Löw, the German head coach. Lovely delivery, but what a fine finish from Graffic. Goal number 27 for Graffic. So Wolfsburg are leading at the moment by 2-0. And we've just heard that Bayern Munich are leading against Stuttgart by 1-0. But that won't change anything. If Wolfsburg can keep this at 2-0 or keep Bremen at bay, and they will take the title. Even if Bremen score 2 goals, they will still take the title. A draw or a win will be enough. Well, the crowd here starting to believe. Pazanen. Header from Pazagli. Battled there by Sasha Rita in midfield. Now again with Gentner and Schaefer. Lost by Graffic, away by Naldo. Hunt to Pazanen. Almeida. Hunt. Pizarro. Petri Pazanen. Back from Hunt to Almeida. Diego. Well, the other Brazilian, Josue, beat him to that one. No foul. And there's the next Brazilian. Graffic continued his run. Graffic again, what a lovely ball in. This is looking dangerous. And out comes Tim Wiese, narrowing down that angle. And if you're a Werder Bremen fan, that was a good thing too. He's on fire. Excellent delivery from Gentner yet again. 18 minutes played, 2-0 for the maybe champions. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. It's the saying we used to say in England. So now this dynamic duo, Grafich and Dzeko, between them have scored 52 goals. One more goal for either Grafich or Dzeko. And they will have equalled that all-time record from Gerd Müller and Uli Hoeneß with 53 goals in one season. This is Grafich, and he really is on fire. Another good delivery, and that is the man that almost got in an important header yet again, Edin Dzeko. He's knocked in 9 goals with his head already in this campaign. Well, that one wasn't number 10. Good delivery from Grafich too. You can see what he was aiming for. Nine goals in the last 4 games, including 2 hat-tricks for Edin Dzeko. If that would have got in, it would have been all wrapped up nicely. As it is, I think 2-0 is still not enough against Werder Bremen if they get lackadaisical. That's why they're looking for goal number 3. Foul by Dzeko. Some Frings. Ball in for Fritz. In centre, Almeida, but foot up against Madelung. You can't say that Werder Bremen aren't trying. But this team, Wolfsburg, at the moment, simply the best that the Bundesliga has to offer. They really have been playing some tremendous football. This was Gentner. Again, Christian Gentner. And the cross and the goal. Tremendous stuff. Wonderful delivery. Again, Grafich getting the better of Naldo. Anywhere will do. Sheer determination from the boys in green. Schaefer finds Gentner again. Christian Gentner. Laid off by Dzeko. Back in the danger zone yet again. Away by Pazanen. Aaron Hunt. Clemens Fritz. Pizarro. Schaefer. Fouled by the skipper, Josue. Man who missed last time out after receiving his 5th yellow card on day 33. Was in an amazing 5-0 away victory against Hanover. Dzeko scoring a hat-trick, and Grafich, who else, scoring the other 2. Frings. And the Spider Cam today. Getting all the action for you around the globe. Interesting pictures from the Bundesliga. Josue. Grafich. Rita. Andrea Barzagli, the World Cup winner of 2006, with Italy, of course, in Germany. A man that arrived at the beginning of the season from Palermo for around 14 million euros, and he really has been an excellent buy. Played every single minute in defence in this season for Wolfsburg. As far as I'm concerned, the best defender in the Bundesliga this season too. That was Naldo. An easy job against Edin Dzeko. Throw in Sasha Rita. Hasebe. Got a bit of a push from behind. Play on, says the referee, Masimovic. Whoa. Naldo maybe a little lucky there. Diego. Aaron Hunt. Torsten Frings. Fritz. Nice ball in. Good run too by Frings, the skipper. Well, it has been the skipper when Frank Baumann's not been playing. Today it is Frank Baumann again. The Wolfsburg defence standing strong so far. So again, the Green Army comes forward. Christian Gentner have an absolute blinder. That was Masimovic. Hunt. Managed to keep on his feet. Kazanen. Baumann. Pizarro to Diego. Diego replies with a lovely ball in, and that was a huge opportunity for the skipper, Frank Baumann. Now, he complains that he got a knock on the way. I'm not quite sure. Let's have another look again. Well done from Pizarro. Diego, lovely ball in for his skipper. Turns nicely. Can't get it on target. I didn't see any foul there. Felix Magath, of course, he knows exactly what I was saying before. 2-0 sounds comfortable, but it's not. Especially with Werder Bremen, the team that can score goals. This season, not as it has been in the past. They knocked in 75 last time out. And so far, just 63. Wolfsburg have now scored 77, and it's an own goal by Sebastian Prödl that could take the title for Wolfsburg. Well, that looked to be comfortable enough all of a sudden in the box. Werder Bremen seemed to have it under control, and then Sebastian Prödl slips in and gets the ball past his own keeper, Tim Wiese, for the own goal that will go down quite possibly in the annals of history as being the goal that brought the title for the first time to Wolfsburg. 3-0. Grafich gets past Naldo again, and as the cross comes in, it's poor old 21-year-old Austrian international Sebastian Prödl who gets the ball past his own keeper. Celebration times for Wolfsburg. Grafich got in the delivery, and it was finished off by Prödl after 26 minutes. 3-0. Well, they're starting to enjoy this one, and of course now Werder Bremen are falling apart. It was absolutely demoralising, of course, for that team, Werder Bremen. In that game against Shakhtar Donetsk, losing by 2-1. They had to do without Diego on the day. After he saw 2 yellow cards in that semi-final against Hamburg, in that all-German semi-final. I think it was quite obvious then on that day that without Diego, Werder Bremen are just not the same team. It will be difficult to replace him. Pizarro lets it slip. Zagli guards him all the way. And a goal kick now for the Swiss international goalkeeper, Diego Benaglio. Here the slip up again. in midfield. Grafich with a bit of room. Naldo tied in knots. On the far side, he was aiming for his partner in crime, Edin Dzeko, but he didn't need enough to score this time. The all count, 3-0 Wolfsburg. Not even half an hour played here today. And who out there will not even think that Wolfsburg are going to take the title today? I'm not going to count the chickens before the hatch yet, but Werder Bremen would have to score 4 goals. It's as simple as that. Free kick, Torsten Frings. Corner kick. To no avail. Wolfsburg, the team that are called the Wolves as well, translated into English. The team that have won the last 14 home games in a row. This will be the 15th now. That really is quite amazing. They are simply the best home team in any of the major European leagues at the moment. It doesn't matter if we're talking about England, Spain, Italy or France. And looking good again. Naldo with the clearance. Pizarro's flick-on header, aiming for Almeida. Seen well. Fritz. Puerdel. Torsten Frings. Baumann. Hunt gets the referee involved. Baumann. Pazanen. Again, Baumann. Doubling back again here now. Just away with the foul. Hunt. Stopped by Hasebe. Rita with him. Hunt. Again, Sasha Rita trying to keep him at bay. Nice little flick there from Pizarro, and that's Diego coming in and making it 1. Pulled back for Werder Bremen. Well, well, well. That's the way it goes, and he's absolutely disgusted here, Felix Magath. 3-0 they were leading. And then dead on 31 minutes. They're brought back down to earth by a goal from Diego. He started it, Pizarro's little flick, and into the box. There's no stopping him. Good luck to Juventus Turin with that man next season. Diego pulls one back for Werder Bremen, and at least for the time being, you have that feeling that it's not quite over with yet. Another 3 goals from Diego, or maybe Almeida or Pizarro. Who knows? 3-1 after the first 30-odd minutes. Unbelievable. Goal number 12, by the way, in this campaign for Diego. This is Sasha Rita. Baumann clears. And again, getting into the tangle, Grafich battling away after the mistake by Clemens Fritz. In the centre, Edin Dzeko, but delivery a bit too high. Is that the man that's just brought the team back into business here? Certainly an excellent piece of footwork from Pizarro, setting him up, and the finish was perfection in itself. Goal number 12 for Diego. Let's have a look on the face of Diego Benaglio, the goalkeeper. Not believing what happened. But it's still a 2-goal lead at the moment for Wolfsburg. Diego, blocked by Madlung. Baumann. Again Diego. Misimovic with him. Does well. And now the chance for the Greens yet again. Good ball from Gentner. This is Grafic in the centres, Edin Dzeko. Prödl to deal with Grafic. The young Austrian has got to redeem himself somehow. And he did do. Diego stopped nicely by Josue. Misimovic. Gentner. Again Prödl. Gentner. Fritz with him. In the centre, 2 green shirts. Edin Dzeko is the best header of those 2. Here's the goal again from Diego. Excellent stuff. What is to study in actual fact? It's not the goal itself, but the way he plays football, it really is a joy to watch the man. Bottom of the table at the moment, of course, in Germany, not just at the top, is an exceedingly exciting affair too. 4 teams involved in that relegation battle, and we've just heard that Karlsruhe at the moment are leading by 1-0 against Hertha, a team that had the chance to go to the Champions League as well with a win. So a lot of exciting results, I think, coming your way today. Let's concentrate on this one. Edin Dzeko in the centre, beaten by Prödl. Away by Pizarro. Back from Madlung. Fritz. Frings. Diego. Again Diego. Just turned 24 years of age, Diego. He's still got time on his side to turn out to be one of the most exciting midfielders in the world. Schaefer. Came in Fritz. Came in with a challenge that didn't look to be all that industrial, but Grafic went down all the same. The referee says foul. Free kick for Wolfsburg. Last night, by the way, the whole team from Wolfsburg went out to the cinema. Felix Magath, the head coach from Wolfsburg, took them to the cinema to see Knowing, that new film from Nicolas Cage, which I've heard is something to do with a prophecy of catastrophes, a real thriller. Well, at the moment, it's not a catastrophe for Wolfsburg, but it is a thriller. 3-1 after 36 minutes now. And it's still not over with yet. We haven't got the nice green ribbons tied around that shield quite yet. We'll have to wait. Tremendous stadium here. Atmosphere is electric. Wolfsburg, all the supporters still in good voice. Coming forward yet again. Christian Gentner having an excellent game. That's Grafic. Gentner. Well, Gentner is. Schaefer's not too far away. Josue. Just clipped Aaron Hunt from behind. Free kick Bremen. Well, they'll have to watch that. Certainly Diego Benaglio, together with Barzagli, not exactly sweating there, but They'll have to watch it with Werder Bremen. Toe poked in there somewhere, all of a sudden it's 3-2, and then that is when you do start to sweat. Comes Fritz. Solid challenge against Edin Dzeko. So the free kick will be taken by Misimovic. Man, it's already had 19 assists in this campaign. One more and it's an all-time Bundesliga record. Zvezdan Misimovic, the man from Bosnia. The man that opened up the scoring with the free kick on 39 minutes. Pizarro. Frings. The Whites spreading out nicely. This is Hugo Almeida. Doubling back quickly, Barzagli. Hugo Almeida, he's not been bad recently either, knocking in 5 goals in his last 4 games. He was so disappointed to miss out on the UEFA Cup final against Shakhtar Donetsk due to an injury that he received the week before in that game against Karlsruhe, and a 3-1 loss, by the way, against Karlsruhe, Werder Bremen. And that was at home against the bottom of the table. Bremen were resting a few players. UEFA Cup final now. Dzeko with a run. Problems for Tim Wiese. Frings. Baumann. Pazanen. Diego. Frings. Hunt. Brödel. Baumann. Wolfsburg just giving Bremen a bit too much room in midfield. Hasebe. Rafij, again, the outside of the boot, tries to get past Naldo. Got caught in the mouth by the Brazilian. I don't think it was deliberate, though. An awful lot of respect between these two men. And a bit unfortunate, too. We just talked before, didn't we, about Karlsruhe, the team that beat Werder Bremen by 3-1 away from home, throwing out that lifeline in the battle at the bottom of the table at the moment. They are leading against Hertha BSC by 2-0. This is now Sacharita, in and away by Fritz. 4 minutes before the half-time whistle. Oh, good work again from Misimovic. Excellent stuff. The long legs of Naldo get in the way, and Baumann, the skipper, clears for the corner. Zvezdan Misimovic, what a brilliant player he's been in this season. Man, it was born, by the way, in Bayern. Man from Bosnia, the Bosnian international, was born in Bayern. His name has been linked with the Bavarian club in the past few weeks, but it looks as though he could be remaining in Wolfsburg. There's Tim Wiese. Excellent goalkeeper. He's proved himself time and time and again. Oh, lovely ball in. There's Wiese again. Gets in the way. Edin Dzeko was about to pounce. But the deliveries today from Wolfsburg have been tremendous. Both from the left, from the right. Pazanen. Baumann. Naldo. Surely that was offside. Well, Aaron Hunt got in there. It looked so casual. A lovely ball from Naldo, and I was pretty sure it was offside. Let's have a look. No way. Not offside, and that was, well, they were completely caught off guard there, Wolfsburg. And if that had gone in, that man there would have turned a lighter shade of pale. As it is, he's about to turn bright red. Felix Magath sees his team almost let that one slip away. And if Aaron Hunt had knocked that one in, it would have been 3-2. The rest of the story, you can paint yourself. Diego. This game is not over with. Diego. Long-range efforts, if they go in, they are category goal of the month. He's already got one, which was a beauty, and he's looking for goal number 2. Always slipping away from the goal. First appearance and 12 goals for Diego. Simovic being harassed by both Torsten Frings and Pizarro. So a few seconds remaining of normal time here. Naldo. Diego. Two Brazilians working that one out. The other Brazilian is Josue. Prudel. Naldo. You can't say that Werder Bremen are not fighting in this game. Again, excellent work from Setanta Simovic, and the referee blows dead on 45. Wolfsburg at the moment. Felix Magath's boys are leading by 3-1 with a bit of luck for Werder Bremen. It could have been 3-2. Aaron Hunt just a few minutes back, coming very close indeed after a tremendous delivery from Naldo. That's the unlucky Prudel, the man that got the own goal on 20 at the moment, including the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal and Manchester United. The 23-year-old Edin Dzeko hasn't got his name on the score sheet yet. So now the second half with Wolfsburg in green from right to left. Defending, here's Madlung. Clemens Fritz. Torsten Frings. Again, the German right back, Fritz. It's Prudel, finds Naldo. Diego, obviously with his swan song here today, willing to impress. Bremen coming forward and looking dangerous, away by Schaefer. Naldo. Diego. Well, he's got the foul. Makato Hasebe, the Japanese international. His hard work in the early stages of the game opened up the chance for Simovic. Just returned, by the way, from an injured knee. We had an operation. His last game was on day 24 and didn't play until a couple of games ago against Dortmund. Free kick for Werder Bremen. Diego will take it, and quite possibly he'll go straight for goal. Well, that did go for goal. A power driver from Naldo. There was a lot of venom in that shot. To take a look from this angle, that really was a tremendous free kick indeed. And Diego Bonanno, the Swiss international keeper, had to do a lot of hard work. Away by Madlung. Felix Magath has the chance to take the title before he disappears to Schalke. certainly would redeem himself with the supporters here at Wolfsburg, who were highly disappointed to quote an understatement that he was leaving for Schalke. This is his baby, Wolfsburg. A 3 times boss here, if you will. The head coach, the sporting manager, and the managing director all at the same time. Felix Magath, of course, the man who has won the title twice before. Bayern Munich. He's taking back-to-back titles as well. Winning the Championship and the Cup in 2 consecutive seasons. He was sacked, which was quite a surprise, I think, at the time. Back came Mr. Hitzfeld. Again, Bremen looking dangerous. Keeper Diego Bernardo gets behind the attempt from Claudio Pizarro. Gentner. Musimovic. Again Gentner. Schaefer. Checo. Got a bit of a shove from Prödl. Musimovic. Gentner. Already left his visiting card in this game. Free kick. Frings. Diego. Prödl. Pazanen. Ronaldo. Baumann. Fritz. Back from Frings, and that was a mistake by the German international. This is Gentner. Has to look behind him, Musimovic, but in front of him it was Grafich. And then forward Edin Dzeko, but quick reactions from Tim Wiese. Baumann. Hunt. The referee, Mr. Torsten Kinhofer, reckoned he saw a handball. Almeida not agreeing with him, or certainly agreeing with him. So we got a free kick here. All the supporters are watching from the stands. And on the right-hand side, the man from the DFL, Mr. Seifert, also enjoying this game as well. 51 minutes gone. Free kick for Werder Bremen. Good position, dangerous for Wolfsburg. And again, it's Naldo. He really does have a power driver. Very similar position to the one we saw before. Quite capable of scoring from any distance. Naldo. Scored the only goal in that European Cup final, the UEFA Cup final midweek against Shakhtar Donetsk. And Sabi didn't get there. Good work from Rita. Grafich stopped by Naldo. And again, free kick given, but not that quickly. Foul by Hunt. In fact, a foul not by Hunt but by Petri Pazanen. Kanto Asebi on the receiving end. Now Musimovic. Flick there from Pizarro. Pazanen. Almeida, Hunt. Hasebe and Joshua keeping him at bay. This is the crowd that are enjoying every single minute at the moment. The only time they had a shock was when that goal went in from Diego. Other than that, they do seem to be very confident of themselves that this could be the first title ever for Wolfsburg. Grafich and Naldo, those two having a right old battle today. A couple of players warming up down the sidelines at the moment. One of those is Peter Pekarik, the right fullback. This is Pizarro, Claudio Pizarro, blocked by Madlun. Baumann. Pazan and Hunt. Joshua pushing these opponents back towards his own goal, and then the slip up by Torsten Frings. Chance for Wolfsburg for a quick breather. We might get the substitution coming on. Obviously Felix Magath is thinking along the tactical lines of bringing in some fresh air down the right-hand side. We saw before that Makato Hasebe took a knock on that head of his, already had an injury. Before there's any damage done. And quite correct, I think, to take him off. So applause for Makato Hasebe. His delivery opened up the scoring in this game for Masimovic, and on comes Peter Pekarik. For World Cup qualifiers this season for Slovakia, Peter Pekarik, the new signing in January of this year, coming from MSK Salina. Now look for Schaefer. Frings stopped dead in his tracks. Again, good work from Christian Gentner. Grafich. That is the new man, Pekarik. Grafich. Fouled by Baumann. Just left that right leg a little too long. Still 2 goals separating these teams. Felix Magath, he won't rest until it's all over with. And who can blame him? It must be absolutely nerve-wracking. Whoa, it's in! A beauty! He's got it in! Grafich makes it 4-1 for Wolfsburg against Bremen. Bremen were caught off guard as the cross comes over. Grafich looks now up to the skies and knows this could be his day. He got goal number 2, and now he's got goal number 4. On 56 minutes, it's 4-1 for Wolfsburg. Nobody marking him now. Where was the defence? Naldo far too far away from him. So too Prödl. Jacob was there if Grafich hadn't got that one in. Difficult ball to take. Tremendous work from Grafich. Goal number 28 on 56 minutes. 4-1, and that surely has to be the title. And with his 2 goals today, that dynamic duo up front of Grafich and Čeko have now drawn level with the dynamic duo of old, Gerd Müller and Uli Hoeneß. 53 goals scored in one season, and the game is still not over with. Schaefer tying knots in Clemens Fritz's legs, and oh my goodness, that was Pazanen with a timely challenge. Just gets in the way. Wolfsburg looking for goal number 5. And a deflection coming off Naldo. That could have gone anywhere. Edin Dzeko wants to get his name on the score sheet. Well, you can't get much better than this. And that surely has to be the title now. Next opportunity, header away by Baumann. Helped by Pizarro. And you can't say that Werder Bremen have played badly here today. It's the best team in the league at the moment, who once again are proving their worth, which they've done time and time again. 5 goals scored last week against Hanover, and another 4 today. Before that, 3 against Dortmund. And of course, Dzeko and Grafich with the only goal scorers. Felix Magath. He might be believing this is the title now. Good work again from Schaefer. Gentner. Left Hunt standing still. Corner for the man who takes all the set pieces from this kind of distance. Zvezdan Misimovic. Diego's little flick, but not a good idea. Pizarro, Hunt. And still, let's give Werder Bremen credit. They're not stopping here. Still trying to come back into the game. Diego. Pizarro. Back in to Diego from Hunt. Gets away from Rita. 3-4 players around him. Pizarro. And that's a foul. So 1 hour gone in this game. Some more players warming up down the sidelines as we're watching, or about to watch, this free kick. Sebastian Burnisch and Mesut Özil, the 2 boys warming up at the moment. Normal starters. Mesut Özil played under par, I thought. So here we go. So Pazanen is coming off. Sebastian Burnisch comes on for him. Free kick will be taken by Diego. Or Naldo. Diego. Oh, why not? Well, we've seen 2 attempts from Naldo go narrow. That was a decent one as well by Diego this time. Just heard, by the way, that Bayern at the moment are leading by 2-0 against Stuttgart. But I'm pretty sure that quite a few of the supporters, and certainly Uli Hoeneß and Jupp Heynckes and the boys, will have seen that this scoreline in Wolfsburg is 4-1 against Bremen. Mesut Özil comes on for Aaron Hunt. Özil on his 28th appearance here today, the 8th time off the bench. An excellent player, young man, just 20 years of age. And he has been regarded as being the man that quite possibly could take over the job that Diego will be leaving. He disappears to Juventus Turin. As far as I know, there's still no pen to paper, but it's foregone conclusion now that Juve will be getting Diego's talents for next season. Good luck to them. What a player. Big shame for the Bundesliga that we're losing a man of Diego's quality, but there will be more. So, Peter Pekarik, the Slovakian international. Not a bad delivery. Čeko in the centre, couldn't get there. And now, long-range effort. The kind of shot that you let rip from distance when you are leading by 4-1. Marcel Schäfer still looking for his first goal in this campaign. Last season he knocked in 6. Of his is the weapon. Frings. Fritz. Diego can't get past Madlung. Wins it back. Bit of room for Özil. Finds Pizarro. Pizarro with the turn. A little slip at the wrong time. Lost his balance. Unfortunate if you are a Bremen supporter. Grafich now. Grafich finds Čeko. Edin Čeko has got Prödl to beat and lets it slip away. The Austrian gleefully knocks it away and out of the danger zone. As Edin Čeko is just about to knock in his first of the game, we've just heard that Bayern Munich are beating Stuttgart by 3-0, which would mean, if this remains the way it is, 4-1 for Wolfsburg, and Bayern's victory, then they will be runners-up, the defending champions. But the new German champions will be called Wolfsburg. Diego. Excellent ball. Finished down the left wing. Diego fighting for everything. Good performance from the Brazilian here today. Referee, Mr. Torsten Kinhofer, already blowing for that foul he just saw. So another free kick for Bremen. 65 minutes gone now. Diego. Too close to the keeper. Diego Benaglio will not be complaining. The Swiss international has Italian roots, which you may have gathered with the name Benaglio. It's also been one of the reasons that Wolfsburg are about to take the championship. Good work from Burnish. Özil, Mesut Özil. Madlung. Masimovic. Lyons is the referee. Pekarik, room for Gentner. Christian Gentner. Grafich. Fritz with all the hard work to do. And even from that angle, he's going for goal. As he said himself not long ago in an interview, this is the best football I've ever played in my life. And who can argue with facts like that? Came from Le Mans, by the way, out of the French Premier League back in 2007 for $7.5 million. And at the time, after he arrived in his first half of the season, well, quite a few of the supporters thought he was a flop. But that is all long gone. A new Wolfsburg hero, Almeida. Baumann Diego, stopped by Rita. Another long-range effort. Some Frings, 32-year-old. German international has had a couple of injury worries this season. That's why he managed just one World Cup qualifier. Just 7 minutes against Russia for the Germans, but looks as though he's coming back into the starting lineup for Jogi Löw. Man that turned down Juventus Turin, by the way, about a year ago. They're really after him. Schaefer. Getting it back to Bazagli. Good idea from Grafich, but well read by Werder Bremen's defence. Baumann. Now Pekarik. Stopped by Naldo. Back with the Slovakian. This time Burnish to deal with. Oh, well done, Misimovic. Pekarik. Dzeko. Prödl with him. Oh, Edwin Dzeko just slipped, but still controls the ball. And now, as the ball flashes wide of the post on 69 minutes, that was young Peter Pekarik. Sixteenth appearance for him today. Looking for his first goal. Clemens Fritz, 20 minutes to go. Long legs of Pizarro brings it back down to the danger zone, but once again away. Free kick for Werder Bremen. At the end of this season, Bremen won't be among the top 9 teams in the table for the first time in 10 years. And at the moment they're going down. This is Grafich. Good save from Tim Wiese. Still Grafich. He's looking for his pal, Dzeko. And now Misimovic. And again, Tim Wiese. Well, I think all you football supporters and fans alike out there around the world tonight, wherever you may be, or this afternoon, no one can complain with what we've seen so far. Bremen have been giving it a go, but Wolfsburg, yet again, are the better team. And it hasn't been all that way this season, by the way. Bremen have beaten Wolfsburg twice this season, 2-1 in Bremen in the first meeting, and then in March at home they beat them 5-2 in Wolfsburg in the DFB Cup. So Frank Baumann is coming off for Peter Niemeyer, and quite possibly this could be the last game too for Frank Baumann, certainly in the Bundesliga. He's got the DFB Cup coming his way in a week's time against Leverkusen. He's thinking about retirement. He's already got the offer to work with the bosses at Werder Bremen. A job for life for Frank Baumann, and this could be his last game in the Bundesliga today. So he comes off, along comes young Peter Niemeyer. And also another substitution for Alexander Madlung. Jan Simonek comes on, the new signing, who after arriving in January replaced Alexander Madlung. The last few games, it has been Madlung who's been in that starting lineup for Wolfsburg. And a nice gesture once again for Felix Magath, bringing on Simonek now. So, some of the players that have been involved in this title challenge getting a taste of the glory. Sure, at 4-1, this has to be the title, surely. Marcel Schaefer with an unusual cross this time. Diego Burnish goes along the left back. Decent cross! And in the centre, Claudio Pizarro beaten by a fantastic save from Diego Benaglio. Right place at the right time, that's what it's all about. It really is a good game of football today. Gentner. Oh, lovely. Brilliant! Fantastic! You can't do it any better than that! Well, if this game was good, it's getting gooder, isn't it? I know that's not English, but who cares? 74 minutes gone. Edin Dzeko makes it 5-1, and that is the title. Goal number 54, scored in one season from my dynamic duo called Edin Dzeko and Grafich. His 26th game, 26th goal of the season. Unstoppable, and once again a tremendous delivery. Pinpoint accuracy from Gentner. He laid off the 2-0 for Grafich, and now the 5-1 from Gentner for Edin Dzeko. Dear Wolfsburg supporters, get out the glasses and start going haywire, because this has got to be the title, the third for this man, Felix Magath. Pizarro, and again Benaglio, just underlining that statement I said before. A major part of this title has to go to Diego Benaglio. He's been a real asset to the team. What a delivery from Christian Gentner, the man who will be playing for Germany for the first time on their travels in Asia at the end of next week. That goal again from Edin Dzeko, knocking in his 26th of the campaign. It really is a joy to be here today. It's all over with bar the shouting. 15 minutes to go. And I still want to say that I think that Werder Bremen have tried to give it all they've got, but it's just been Wolfsburg who are so clinical in front of goal. So, ice-cold finishing. That man, Diego, is looking to score goal number 2, but you know who is there, Benaglio. Marcel Schaefer, they're still hungry, they still want more. Naldo with the clearance. Who would have believed that that record from Gerd Müller and Uli Hoeneß would have been broken? 53 goals in one season knocked in by Gerd Müller and Uli Hoeneß. They did that twice, by the way, on the trot. 1972 and 1973. In 2 consecutive seasons. Schaefer's header. And today, with that goal from Edin Dzeko, as we mentioned before, that was goal number 54 for the dynamic duo Grafich-Dzeko. Marcel Schaefer knocks it over. Claudio Pizarro was poaching. getting a little lackadaisical towards the end, but who can blame them? I think that when you've been so fully concentrated for just about the whole 77 minutes that we've seen here so far, and you're leading by 5-1, that thought must be going through your heads now, surely, of what it's like, that feeling to hold the trophy in your hand. Mesut Özil with the delivery. Back in from Burnish, goal kick Bernalio. And the corks will be popping tonight in the car town of Wolfsburg. Diego showing his skills that he showed us the whole game. Fritz. Frings. Burnish. Stopped by Pekarik. And now the counter-attack with Wolfsburg still hungry. Zvezdan Misimovic looking for his next delivery in the centre. Cheka. He's looking a little disappointed, but Felix Magath will have a big beaming smile on his face when this is all over with. Maybe contemplating as well what could have been if it had remained here at Wolfsburg. We'll be playing in the Champions League next season without Felix Magath. He will be with Schalke, a team that had quite possibly finished 8th in the title running this season. Bremen with Pazar in the centre, Josue, Mesut Özil. Grafit stopped by Naldo this time, Burnish. Side position. Just about decent run there by Özil, but just in an offside, maybe about half a yard offside. 10 minutes to go before the celebrations take place. This is going to be a party tonight that will last, I think, forever. Felix Magath, the man that claimed the league championship with Bayern Munich in 2005 and 2006. Bringing home the trophy here to this part of the world in Germany, which is the Lower Saxony. For the very first time since 1965, Eintracht Braunschweig once won the title all those years ago. In this part of the world, won't have much luck until today. Özil. Burnish. Niemeyer in there, but no problems for Schaefer. Well, having said that, foul from Niemeyer. I'm quite sure that was going nowhere. 15th appearance, by the way, for Peter Niemeyer in this campaign. He's had his injury worries. Misimovic. Pekarik. Andrea Borzagli. Nothing spectacular, just always good, honest, solid, hard work. The man that's played every single minute for Wolfsburg this season. There is Thomas Schaaf, the head coach from Werder Bremen. Thomas Schaaf, the man that served as Bremen's head coach for over 10 years now. Sacharita comes off To the applause, Sebastian Schinzel-Orts, the man with the brilliant name. If you've not had a couple of beers, who's coming on for him? Sebastian Schinzel-Orts, new signing from the reserves from Levadiakos in Greece at the beginning of the season. He was in no man's land, and all of a sudden, on his 6th appearance here today, 3rd time off the bench, he's a German champion. The crowd here just can't wait for the final whistle to be blown. Free kick, Benaglio. Naldo underneath the ball. Grafich couldn't quite get there. Header from Josue. Pekarik looked lively since he came on. And replaced the injured Japanese international Hasebe. Minutes to go. That dong we heard, looks like it's the start dong for the remaining 5 minutes of celebrations for Wolfsburg. All the players getting their opportunities to prove themselves here today. Players trying to get a goal. A little smile on the face of Naldo. Here's the long ball out of the area from Diego Benaglio. Yeah, that's the way it goes. It's been a horrible season for Werder Bremen. They can crown their season with a DFB Pokal finale. But at the moment, the worst position in 10 years in the Bundesliga for Bremen. And the best ever for Wolfsburg with the title. 4 minutes to go. Pekarik. Not far away for the next goal, which would have been 6-1. Edin Dzeko. The delivery, sorry, there from Sebastian Schinzel-Orts. Tremendous game, by the way, as well. The last time out for the team from Wolfsburg when Josue was suspended in Hanover in that 5-0 defeat. Playing in exactly the same position that Josue has been playing in all day. I think it's a tremendous gesture for Maggots to bring him back on again. Diego. Fritz. Nimai Diego. Trying to show a bit of football once again. Peter Niemeyer getting a goal in the way. This is Josue. Gentner, what a game he's had. Grafich goes without saying. I'm going to say it still. What a brilliant player he's turned out to be. And this could be one to crown it in glory. Well, almost getting his hat-trick in this game as well. Tim Wiese sticks out a leg. An LBG, if you will, leg before Grafich. Two minutes ticking away. And there's no point in adding on any extra time, is there? Referee Mr. Kinhofer, I'm pretty sure will blow the final whistle on 90. The last chance, possibly, for Werder Bremen. 1.5 minutes to go. Claudio Pizarro. Will he be going back to Chelsea? On loan from Chelsea at the moment. An ex-Bremen player as well. Between 1999 and 2001. After that, he went to Bayern Munich and then disappeared to Chelsea, but came back at the season on loan from Chelsea, and quite possibly he will be going back. The Peruvian international. Ronaldo. The rattles are out, the whistles are out. The fingernails have been bitten to the bone after the first half, but no one's feeling any pain if they are Wolfsburg supporters. Peter Pekarik, 20 seconds to go of normal time. Poor old Sebastian Burnish got a bit of a knock there. The German under-21 international landed rather awkwardly on the knee of Edin Dzeko. No foul, of course. The 90 minutes are up already. And I'm pretty sure that if that foul, well, not that foul, that injury hadn't happened here to Sebastian Burnish, then the referee would have blown the final whistle anyway. So now we are in stoppage time. And here, the supporters who know this is the first ever title for Wolfsburg. Title for Wolfsburg. It is the first ever in their history. Wolfsburg beat Werder Bremen by 5-1 and take the title outright, beating the double champions of 2003-2004. This is going to be an incredible party here today. And let's face it, Wolfsburg, at the end of the day, really do deserve this title. They've won the last 15 home games in a row now. Amazing. Grafich and Edin Dzeko, the heroes who knocked up, including the goals today, 54 goals scored in one season. Getting better, the record, than Gerd Müller and Uli Hoeneß. Records galore, goals galore. What more do you want? The title here, Dzeko. He's going to be a hero here forever. And quite possibly, he could be playing next season somewhere in the Premier League. Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, just a few of the names involved with that name, Edin Dzeko. Grafich, the Brazilian temperament of a brilliant player, scoring 2 goals today. Goals number 27 and 28 means that he has claimed the goal-scoring crown, which is called the Cannon here in Germany. Dzeko, the man that got the 5-1 here today, scoring goal number 26. This dynamic duo has not got many equals around the world at the moment. Tremendous celebrations on the pitch, where all the crowd are going crazy. This is going to be a night that nobody will ever forget. Felix Magath, the man that claimed the title with Bayern Munich in 2005 and 2006, does the same feat in 2007. 2009, sorry. 2009 with Wolfsburg. And certainly as a player as well, a man that had so much taste of glory. The European Cup winner 1983 with Hamburg, the FA Cup winner 1977, the German champion as a player in 79, 82 and 83, and a World Cup runner-up with Germany in 1982, is now as a coach for the 3rd time the #1. Next season he will be going to Schalke, but at the moment, for all the supporters of Wolfsburg here today in the Volkswagen Arena, I'm pretty sure he will remain in their hearts as being a true Wolfsburg green and white. Not many of the experts had this team on their list as being the title contenders, but at the end of the day, they have been the most consistent team. Following the 1-4 drubbing just a few matches ago at Stuttgart on matchday 31, Wolfsburg landed those 2 decisive victories, 3-0 and 5-0 against Dortmund and Hanover, and today another 5 goals against the one from Werder Bremen. Also, I think a decisive victory was the one on the 2nd of May against Hoffenheim, 4-0. We had that 5-1 drubbing of Bayern Munich on the 4th of April, which could have been a title decider. Looking back now, certainly. I had the lovely job of commentating that game with some of the best goals I've ever seen, and the best goal I've seen this season scored by Grafich, the 5-1 against Bayern Munich. Possibly the best goal of the season around the world as well. Today, he showed us his class yet again, knocking in goal number 2 of the game, and goal number 4. Tremendous asset, Grafich, 30-year-old. That contract surely has to be extended for a few more years. Supporters in green, having a time of their lives. I bet you me, there are going to be a few headaches tomorrow. I'm pretty sure there's going to be quite a few headaches out there tomorrow, but go for it, boys. Enjoy it. And girls, of course. Wolfsburg, an awful lot of feminine support as well for this team. And that is the replica of the shield that they will be collecting very shortly from Dr. Rainer Raubal, the league president. They had a copy in Bayern at the Allianz Arena. A real one has been won today, and it's been at the right place at the right time, hasn't it? Wolfsburg's claim to fame so far in the history of football has been at position number 5 in the Bundesliga, and that was last season. Back in time, in 1995, they did make the DFB Cup final as well. They were the finalists, but were runners-up, losing that final to Borussia Mönchengladbach by 3-0. It's all history. Now they've got a title, and they can call themselves the champions of Germany. This is the 46th Bundesliga season, by the way, since the Bundesliga was redeveloped and reorganized back in 1963. And it's been one of the most exciting we've ever seen. It was so close at the top of the table, so close down at the bottom of the table. Because I've been concentrating on this game here, I haven't got a clue who's gone down. And let's not be thinking about who's been relegated. Let's just take a look at this, sit back for the next couple of minutes and enjoy the scenes here of excited Wolfsburg supporters. Champions of Germany in 2009. The commentator's going to take a glass of water. Not going anywhere. So I'm pretty sure the celebrations will be a friendly affair, but still a bit of smoke signals coming out there from the Wolfsburg Indians. But, well, I know they're not supposed to have those fireworks brought into the stadium. And somehow they've managed to smuggle them in. You can't blame them for enjoying this one and celebrating in style. Last week we had this 5-0 win against Hanover in Hanover. That was the biggest Bundesliga win of all time for Wolfsburg. And then it was quite clear, I thought, after that game, that Wolfsburg really want to stamp their name on this shield. They've been carrying around with them, the supporters, now for some weeks. And still there was that feeling that maybe the record champions Bayern Munich at the end of the day could collect the title, as they have done on so many occasions in the past, with teams like Schalke and Leverkusen losing out to last-ditch efforts from the likes of Bayern Munich, who on their last game have won so often, and the team that's been top have lost. But today it was a different story. Fairy tale atmosphere here for Wolfsburg in the Volkswagen Arena. We are the champions. And as you all may know, of course, due to the worldwide global recession, it's not always been an easy state of affairs here in this part of the world. VW, there's a lot of these young boys on the pitch quite possibly have lost a job recently, who knows? But at least for today, they can feel like kings, and the kings and queens of tomorrow, the supporters of tomorrow, thoroughly enjoying this one as well. Yeah, the young girl there, quite confidently holding up that replica of the shield. The Schale, as it's called in Germany. That coveted trophy in Germany. Thomas Schaaf, the head coach from Werder Bremen, I'm pretty sure will be one of the first people who congratulated Felix Magath. We didn't get that one on screen for you, but I'm pretty sure he was there. Thomas Schaaf, the man that has been the Bremen head coach for over 10 years now, who faced the man he once replaced as a manager for the Green and Whites. That was back in May 10 years ago, Schaaf took over as head coach from Felix Magath, who was sacked. And also promptly saved Bremen from what appeared to be then an imminent relegation threat. And then that season, that was the first time that Werder Bremen ended up in a double-digit slot in the Bundesliga. That was position number 13. This year, it will be position number 10. They will be looking forward to the DFB Cup, the DFB Pokal finale, as it's called in Germany. So all the celebrating big bosses from Wolfsburg coming out. We've got I was about to say a German, it's an Austrian star, the man with what looks like a white cap on his head. DJ Ötzi is the man. I don't think he's quite famous in the world, although he did have one hit, I think, a few years back. I think even in America. I want to know, would you be my girl? No, I am not going to sing the whole song for you. If you are a Werder Bremen supporter or a Wolfsburg supporter and you feel like joining in, then enjoy it. Look, there's Jogi Löw, the boss from Germany at the moment, who's seen a few good players on the pitch today that will be taking place in the trip to Asia coming up very shortly for the German national team. Christian Gentner, I thought, was absolutely tremendous today. Two wonderful deliveries. He supplied the 2-0 for Grafich and also the supplier of the ball for Dzeko's 5-1. A wonderful, wonderful performance from Christian Gentner here today. I think the whole team can be very, very pleased with themselves, the way they performed, not only today, but the complete season. Because if you win the title, it's a complete season. It's 34 Bundesliga match days that are important and not just one or two. We've seen some tremendous games from Wolfsburg, some incredible results, some brilliant goals. Not only goals galore, but records galore as well. We've mentioned before, I'm going to tell you again, 54 goals scored from that dynamic duo, Grafich and Edin Dzeko. 54 goals knocked in between them. That is more than the last heroes, Gerd Müller and Uli Hoeneß, back in the early 70s. Grafich, 2 goals here today, knocking in his goal number 27 and 28 to take the goal-scoring crown, the cannon, as it's called in Germany. And here, all the boys who will be celebrating now non-stop. And even if they are sportsmen right through to the bone, we all know there's going to be no dry throats tonight. I don't think there's going to be any dry eyes either. So the goal scoring started here today. Knocked in by Zvezdan Misimovic, the number 10 here, who had a tremendous season. Brilliant game. And he knocked in just short of the 6-minute mark, the opening goal of this game against Werder Bremen, making it 1-0. That was his 7th of the season. And we just saw there, that was Barzagli, who played every single minute in this campaign. The world champion from 2006 with Italy here in Germany. Celebrates again in style. It really has been what I call a bargain. If you can call 14 million euros a bargain. But I think he's had such a great season. That is Dr. Rainer Raubal, the man who will be bringing this coveted trophy to this man here, Felix Magath, very shortly now. Felix Magath. I wonder what's going through his head at the moment, apart from sheer joy. I still think that, quite possibly, you have that feeling in the back of your head. I've taken this team to the dizzy heights, the pinnacle of German football. I did this because these were my babies, if you know what I mean. It was all his idea. All the players that came in here, he brought in, all the important ones. He has got this team working like a Swiss clock. It kept ticking, and they kept scoring. And now they will be playing in the Champions League next season without Felix Magath. He's gone to Schalke. He's got the Bundesliga, but no European football next season. And I'm pretty sure that as of next season, when the Champions League starts in August, that he'll be watching Wolfsburg and crossing both fingers for every single game that they play in. Felix Magath's third title as a head coach. Twice with Bayern, and now with Wolfsburg. Well, the stadium loudspeakers are going crazy as well here. Felix Magath getting all the support from the Wolfsburg supporters. They were very disappointed, to say the least, when they realised just a few weeks back that he would be leaving for Schalke. They tried to keep it all undercover, but as you know, the way the whole media works, someone somewhere let something slip and it all came out, and finally, after trying to keep his mouth shut for a couple of weeks, he had to admit that he was going to Schalke. And then, just about 3 weeks ago, the Wolfsburg supporters were very disappointed, to say the least. But I think today, after taking the title, Felix Magath will get the keys to the city. At the moment, he's going to get this shield. A man that you don't always see smiling, beaming faces. He's experienced so much in his life, Felix Magath, the 55-year-old. Man that brought Hamburg as well into the UEFA Cup in 1996 and took Stuttgart as far as the last 16 of the Champions League. And of course, who won the double twice for Bayern Munich before being sacked back on the 31st of January 2007, where Ottmar Hitzfeld came back. That was a huge blow for him. But he's got his revenge. First of all, with that 5-1 against Bayern Munich. In the title, well, Bayern finish runners-up. You can't get much better than that, can you? I saw him in an interview last week, and he mentioned in this interview in German television that, as he recalls, Uli Hoeneß once said that if Wolfsburg win the title, then he would have to build us a balcony in Wolfsburg, because they don't have one. A balcony where they can celebrate, because up to now, it's always been Bayern Munich who have been celebrating on their huge balcony and the Marienplatz in Bavaria, in Munich, in that wonderful city, and here today in Wolfsburg. With or without balcony, it's going to be a tremendous celebration, that's for sure. So I think the players on the pitch have got to the stage of the game, and your commentator as well, where we'd love to see the final shield in the hands of, I wonder who's going to get it first. It has to be Josue, surely. Josue, the captain, the 26-year-old, has had a tremendous season as well. Man who missed day 33 after receiving his 5th yellow card this season, Josue, has been a first-team regular for some time now. Came in 2007 from Sao Paulo for $1.5 million. That's a bargain for you, isn't it? And there he is on the left-hand side, together with the other Brazilian, Grafite, Bundesliga leading goal scorer. Also, the number 20, Sasha Rita, on various clubs' lists at the moment. The ex-Freiburg player, also a great, consistent season. 28th game for him today. Christian Gentner, the man that's been getting better and better. He's 23 years of age, 2 assists here. And that is the original. That is the one. So the Bundesliga hymn is just counting down the seconds now before Felix Magath, Josue and Wolfsburg will receive the most coveted trophy in Germany. Die Schale, the shield. For the first time, Wolfsburg's name will be engraved. Bayern Munich, the 21 times German champions, finished runners-up this season. First of all, the medals for Edin Dzeko, the man that got the 5-1 on 74 minutes in this game, the Bosnian international. Ricardo Costa, the Portuguese ex-international. Grafite, the leading goal scorer in the Bundesliga with 28 goals, together with Edin Dzeko, taking over that unofficial title of the most goals scored by a dynamic duo. 54 goals in one season. The goalkeeper, Diego Benaglio, one of the best keepers in the business. Andrea Barzagli, the 28-year-old new signing from Palermo, who played every single minute. Sebastian Schinzi-Lords, also a new signing who came up from the reserves, played his part as well. Hasebe, the Japanese international. Alexander Maglung, 24 games, even though 11 of those were as a substitute, he's been a major part. So too Andrea Lenz, 5 appearances for the 35-year-old reserve goalkeeper. Simonek, we just saw. This is Peter Pekarek, the new signing in January, who came from Selina. There he is, Andre Lenz. They all deserve to get their medals here today because they all played a major part. We saw Daniel Adlung, a young man. This is Maglung. Alexander Maglung, the 26-year-old, ex-Hertha BSC player. Magath congratulates Rita, who was always one of his favourites in this team. Each and every player, I think, has profited from this man, Felix Magath, who has formed this team into one of the best teams in Europe at the moment. Now, whether Edin Dzeko will be teaming up alongside Grafite in the Champions League for the coming season, we don't know yet. All I know is that there are so many big names who've probably been watching this match here tonight who have seen it, as is that man there on the right-hand side, Jogi Löw, his assistant Hansi Flick. Jogi Löw, of course, the big boss from Germany. We've seen some great performances today from Schaefer, from Gentner. And now the applause for Felix Magath. third title is quite possibly his best that he's ever had. The one that means so much. Forming a team like Wolfsburg, who have been what they call in Germany, translated, a grey mouse for so many years. And Joshua collects his medal as well. 8 World Cup qualifiers he's played for the Brazilians. A highly gifted professional who gives everything for club and country. And now collects the coveted trophy for Wolfsburg. They are the champions for the first time in history. I know this music has been played so often and we've all heard it so many times, but is there a better song than We Are the Champions when you are the champions and you finally realize it and you've pinched yourself once, twice and realize that you're not sleeping and you're not dreaming, you are wide awake and you are the German champion. Congratulations to Wolfsburg, title winners in Germany in the Bundesliga of 2009. My name's Gary Preston. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to leave you with the atmosphere here at the Volkswagen Arena. 30,000 in here and at least a further 30,000 somewhere outside. We'll be celebrating the whole night through. Football supporters out there, wherever you may be, join us again with the Bundesliga when it gets cracking once again next season. That will be in August. Up to then, we'll have to twiddle our fingers and hope for the best that there will be some games played somewhere around the world. One thing is for sure, this has been one of the most exciting leagues in the world this season. So close at the top, so close at the bottom, so many goals scored, and the most supporters at the moment in the world. We've had over 500,000 supporters, over 42,000 on average in each and every game in the Bundesliga. This makes this one of the most exciting leagues at the moment. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And on behalf of my colleagues, Alan Fountain, Phil Bonney, and from myself, Gary Preston, we feel like champions as well today. Look after yourselves and keep the ball rolling. Bye-bye now.